Highway Epsilon was an ordinary stretch of asphalt cutting through a desolate landscape. Its reputation for being cursed was often dismissed as local folklore. One summer night, a group of 4 friends decided to challenge the rumors and embarked on a road trip along this infamous highway. As they drove into the night, the moon was the only source of light, casting eerie shadows across the barren landscape. The road seemed to stretch on endlessly, creating a sense of isolation that gnawed at their nerves. Sarah, the leader, and most skeptical of the legends, drove the car. Mark, Emily, and Alex were in the back, laughing off their unease. After hours of driving, their GPS began to glitch. It displayed conflicting directions, confusing them. Mark joked about the highway having a mind of its own, but unease started to creep in. As they continued, the car's engine hiccuped, causing them to pull over. While Mark and Alex inspected the car, Sarah and Emily noticed something unusual. In the distance, they saw a flickering light that seemed to beckon them. Curiosity piqued, they decided to investigate, leaving the boys by the car. As Sarah and Emily followed the flickering light, they realized it was leading them deeper into the woods. The moon's glow cast distorted patterns on the trees, making them appear twisted and sinister. The girls exchanged uneasy glances but pressed on, unable to shake off the strange compulsion drawing them forward. Meanwhile, Mark and Alex struggled to restart the car. Their phones displayed no signal, and their flashlights occasionally flickered. The shadows around them seemed to move, causing them to jump at every rustle of leaves. In the woods, Sarah and Emily encountered a clearing. In its center stood a circle of stones, each carved with symbols they couldn't recognize. The flickering light hovered above it, casting an otherworldly glow. As they watched, the symbols seemed to shift, forming crude human figures. Back by the car, Mark and Alex began to hear faint whispers in the wind. The whispers grew louder, taking on an eerie, childlike quality. They shone their flashlights around, revealing nothing but the encroaching darkness. Panic began to grip them. As the night wore on, the group's desperation grew. Sarah and Emily returned to the car, where Mark and Alex frantically explained the strange occurrences. Emily's extensive knowledge of the supernatural led her to realize they might be dealing with a malevolent force. They remembered a story about a bus accident that occurred decades ago on this very highway, claiming the lives of a group of school children. The symbols carved into the stones were a message, a plea for help from the trapped souls. Driven by a mixture of fear and determination, the group formulated a plan. Emily and Alex combined their knowledge of occult practices to create a ritual to free the trapped spirits. They lit a fire in the stone circle, their makeshift altar. As the flames rose, the wind grew stronger, and a sense of foreboding filled the air. They chanted the words they'd found in old books, their voices carrying a mixture of desperation and resolve. Suddenly, the wind died down, and the fire extinguished. The night grew silent. Exhausted and shaken, the group returned home, haunted by their experience on Highway Epsilon. The curse had been broken, but the memory of that night lingered. Sarah, Mark, Emily and Alex kept their pact to never speak of it again, but their nightmares told a different story. Highway Epsilon remained unchanged, an ordinary stretch of road to those who passed through during the day. But for those who dared traverse it at night, the whispers of the past still echoed, a reminder that some roads are better left unexplored.